Hello, everyone. Wait, sorry. Uh, huh. Right. Okay. Cool. Anyway, excuse me. Wow, what a coincidence! I just started streaming as soon as other people started streaming. Anyway, hello everyone. My name is Cubic Camera, and I have some good news. Incredible news! I'm going to pass the course that I was actually worried that I wasn't going to pass. And as I was describing to one of my family members, I was saying to them, at this point in time, where I was at, to actually pass the course, it was lesser even running on fumes in a car. No, I was straight up like, it was out of gas, it was out of fumes, it was straight up running on momentum to carry out to the rest of this whole minimum to actually pass. So, thankfully, what I had was good enough. So yeah. That's nice. That's actually great. I feel on cloud 9. Also, I was thinking of just saying a little statement about what this entire streaming thingy mabobber is, you know? The idea is, in the essence, you know, I should be able to play a game however I want and not get banned as long as I'm not hacking or cheating, you know? Or harassing someone, you know, etc. Everything that you can expect. Because the last 2 times, I really wasn't doing anything. I was on my best behavior. You know why? Because I had no reason to do otherwise. But the point in case is, if I get banned because I'm playing in an annoying way and everybody, you know, yeah, I guess I could see why people could find things annoying with the way I play. But at the same time, I do have a courtesy system as well, unless I don't care to have a courtesy system at the moment. But, you know, in general, the thing I want to actually highlight is that I shouldn't be banned just because a group of people hate me, you know, or just straight up dislike me at the very least enough to report me enough to straight up get banned. Not only just for a month, but then they skip it to a whole year, or rather 360 days because of probably legal reasons. I don't know, that's so hyper specific. But it's practically a year. And but, you know, basically though, I think it's just important to note how I shouldn't have been banned, and if I get banned again, well, unfortunately, unless I have a black bar that's just going across the screen wherever this ban ID would happen, I can't actually use the ban ID, or sorry, I can't even use the footage that I've caught of getting banned. But also, there's 2 angles I'm having here. One, I don't want a black bar just kind of sitting there on screen the entire time. Or maybe I do. I don't know. It wouldn't affect me. It would affect any viewer. But another thing is, how much is it going to help me, though? Because from past 2 experiences, or rather past 1 experience where I actually recorded everything, and I had all these different ideas on why I shouldn't have been banned, and why I did a pretty good appeal, you know? I did everything right. But you know, it's not that they couldn't trust whatever recording, you know, as an excuse to not want to ever unban a person. The important thing to note is the fact that I have evidence. Well, I don't know if I took screenshots. I should have. But maybe I did, but maybe I deleted them because it wasn't even worth anything anymore. But they didn't even look at the videos that I sent them. Not even the one that was just 7 minutes, where I even said it's at the very end of the video. And it's a 7-minute one, and that's where the ban is, and that's how I got banned. But hey, if they didn't even want to take a look at any of these videos, I don't know what's up. And heck, it doesn't even matter anyway, because when you think about it, apparently they ban in waves, so if you did something that would have gotten you banned, you don't get banned immediately, you get banned in a wave, so you don't know when you truly did anything. Which, you know, is funny because I also have recorded for any of those moments, so if they wanted any moment practically, well, I didn't record every moment. I've recorded every moment that I was in Skywars, except 2 exceptions. One because I accidentally paused and then I had to get rid of that hotkey because I wasn't going to use it, and it really screwed over a really cool portion. And then the second time, I don't remember. But, nonetheless, or do I remember? Give me a second. I think I accidentally cut the recording. I don't remember. Or, no. Wait, I remember. I think there was an entire time I just didn't record because I thought I recorded, had everything set up, but I think the way I did something was, I don't remember exactly. I think vaguely I remember something along the lines of I did record, or at least I thought I was recording, but apparently I actually turned off the recording, so that for an entire portion I just wasn't recording, which is a bummer to me, because, yeah, anyway. So, those are my mistakes. My big mistake was not recording everything, and that's why we have this series here. Or I have this series here. So, next time I get banned, it doesn't matter, because they're not going to look at the footage anyway, but at the very least, I have all the evidence to prove I absolutely don't do crap. You know, didn't do it the first 2 times, and now with this time around, you know, same thing as per usual, not cheating. I'm going to record every single moment that I play Hypixel, up until I get banned. And that is the statement. You know? Basically, I don't care. You know? I'm petty, but that's not exactly the biggest reason for this. I'm fine with recording. It's not the biggest hassle. The biggest hassle is the routine of looking through those files all the time. I'm trying to get into the server, which is every time I begin the live stream, because it's tedious. It's very tedious. I don't like tedious things. But, it's whatever. It's a very minor thing. A very minor cost. The biggest cost is the fact how even if I do get banned and I have the live stream actually shown, unfortunately, unless I block the ban ID, which means that I would, for the entire time that I'm always live streaming, have a black bar all across the entire screen at the very area that it would appear. Unless I do that, I can't use the footage for some reason. Let me search up why, because I think that's stupid. Appeal for them? Okay. Oh no! Someone submitted my own ban ID for me. Oh, what difference would it make anyway? I mean, you don't even care if, like, someone gets banned because someone's account got hacked. Or if it was just some, like, other person that wasn't even them. But then again, you couldn't even prove if someone was on your PC at the time that they were getting you banned. So that's fair. But I forgot how it goes. If you get hacked and then they cause you to get banned, I forgot if the rule goes that that you actually just stay banned. I don't remember. I couldn't have been banned though. I've already ruled out that equation because I think it would be pretty obvious if I got hacked. Incredibly obvious if I got hacked. There would be tells. There would be some very easy tells. Unless it's a absolute psychopath, no, sociopath, that decided to just specifically hack me just to get me banned in Hypixel. But it's plausible and it would make sense. But let's not assume in that manner. Point in case, What does it matter, man? Oh no, my ban ID. Cole. I mean, I forgot, what are the reasons why you would have to connect your account to the website? I forgot. But there has to be some sort of reason again, right? I forgot how it works. But if that's the case, why do you have to even share the ban ID in the first place? You should just, I don't know, email it. Why just straight up display it, you know? So then, you know. I don't know, I feel like there's a better alternative. I don't think they care, but, you know, just throwing it out there. Because I think it's a good idea. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, point in case, if I get banned this stream, or the next stream, or the stream afterwards, I can't use the footage. And unless I want to actually make this experience a little worse by adding a random, just, I don't know, any color would actually work in general. But just a bar that's just engulfing the screen. Which, you know, I don't think that's the most pleasing thing. Also the most sketchiest looking thing ever. But, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, maybe I could get banned, and then I could unpublish it. I don't know if they would care about that, though. They probably would use it. I don't know. It's just like, no, I don't know. Seems like they'd do anything but do a proper job. Anyway, with that being said, one big point I want to prove is if I get banned, you could look through any of my recordings and clearly see, or streams, and you can see that I'm just playing the game, you know? And I want to make a build up, you know? I want to play the game as I typically would. I don't care anymore. And my hopes are either that I don't get banned or I do get banned because people don't like me and they end up reporting me. And I think that would be a good point to prove, you know? Gosh, my aim sucked in that moment. Wow. What a shame. What are you? What happened to my purple trail? Alright, also, sorry for the long tangent. I just wanted to explain myself. Because I haven't anywhere recently. But, yeah, that's kind of the purpose. You know? There isn't any much of a purpose, at least to a lot of different people, but sentimentally wise, there's a reason. It's a good reason. It's not just pettiness, but it's, you know, it helps illustrate, you know. There's a point to prove, and I want to prove it, you know what I mean? Oh, and another thing I want to actually note is the fact that, you know, a lot of people in Hypixel, at least the last time I checked a year ago, you know, they don't exactly believe in this idea of false bans, you know. They love sucking off Hypixel, thinking that they're all glorious and they can only do the right actions. You know. Give me a second. Oh, and another reason why I want to get banned is because I can move on for like another year and then I'll come back. I'm not gonna live stream it. Well, no, I can, but not in this idea. You know, this is round 3. This is, you know, once it's done, it's done. You know, that's how that goes. Oh man, that was horrible of me. That was actually abysmal. I'm so ashamed. Where was I gonna go with this? Yeah, so I get banned, and in a year I'll play again, but I'll just keep doing whatever normally without live streaming every moment, because you know it just goes on a full arc. You know, you're just done. It's done. You know, we move on. That's just how it'll be, and sometimes I'll stream it, sometimes I won't. I don't know, it depends on how available I am. Yeah. Gosh, I'm horrible at this. Absolutely horrible at this. And I don't like these particles, man. They're really distracting. Ah, horrible. Absolutely abysmal. Abysmal. My bad. But yeah, once I get banned, I'll be free. I mean, I can play anything, but oh, come on, why not? It's still fun. I'm not forcing myself to play it. I'm playing it for a reason. In fact, since summer is about to begin, and I'm gonna be a little bit more free, but also I'm gonna have to try to get myself a little bit more busy. I got other plans. So, I'll see. I'll see. We'll see. Oh, hey, it's Word Hunt. I recognize the individual. Also, I'm sorry if I'm repeating multiple things. It's just maybe I'm exhausted. Maybe. Or maybe. I don't know. Or, in general, I have a bad habit of just continuously repeating myself just because I want to re-emphasize or make sure a point gets across. But, because it never feels right. It feels though it is correct. Could have done so much better right there. I didn't mean to use the bow. Oh boy. Yeah, with that out of the way, let us be cabbage. Speaking of which, my friend said that he didn't really like that pun. He said it was mid. I was like, but that's kind of what makes it funny, though. I even tried it in a little fake accent, you know? And like, let us be cabbage. What are you doing? And apparently that wasn't any better. Or maybe it was worse, I don't know. But, yeah, whatever, man. He just doesn't get it. I wish he did, but, you know, no, I don't wish for it. Some people just don't get comedy, and that's fine. It is subjective, after all. Hey, speaking of which, I don't understand what's up with people, you know, thinking that they know what objective is. Especially in Geometry Dash. The community has a major problem with the fact how they don't understand what they're talking about. They love to say, yeah, objectively it's good, but like, you know. Yeah, objectively it's a good level, but I just don't like it. And it's like, well, if it's objectively good, how are you able to not like it? That doesn't make sense. Because, you know, you can work with theoretics when it comes down to, like, art. But when it comes down to plainly... Oh, what's it called? When it comes down to just plainly... Okay. What is it? What was I thinking? Can't even remember now. What was it? Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, inside of the community, they often love to use the word objectively, but, you know, my biggest problem is that something that people, in general, a lot of people don't understand is the fact how, you know, art is, in fact, always subjective. But the caveat is that there are things that people generally like. You know, that's where the theoretics come from. I mean, heck, you know, there's nothing to really prove that, what's it called? There's nothing to prove. I'm gonna practice, hold on. That any of the stuff inside of psychology is fact. It is all probability stuff, you know? It's on a general concept, and that's what makes it the thing that is like on the theoretics. You know, people found in art things that generally are liked, and that's the theory. You know, the theory is that, oh, the brain likes this. This is theoretically good. You know, it's appealing. The things that are appealing become that theoretics. When it comes down to psychology, we don't exactly have proof of 100% that something's going to happen. There is rarely ever 100% in anything of any context. You know, there aren't really that many absolutes in the world, you know? So, yeah, psychology. Yes, there's some general things that happened, and that's what makes it the theory, that often that's what leads up to blank. But that's not 100%, you know? That's just how it be. You know? Not 100%. Likely to happen, sure. You know, within reason of why it happens and what led up to it. But by no means, you know... I'm feeling off. Feeling funky. But, what's it called? What was it saying? Yeah, so I don't know if anyone's really developed any kind of theories inside of Geometry Dash and how that works, but what's it called? But, what's it called? Yeah, so... Point case. If you're going to use the word objectively, chances be you're probably using it wrong. Objectively. Objectively ain't about your feelings, it's about what's fact. You know, that's why it's objective. Subjective is about what you feel, you know? So if you want to ever make an argument that something is, like, quote-unquote objectively bad, you can go ahead and say it's theoretically bad. Because, you know, there's a bunch of different things in theory that apparently says it's that way. At least most of the time. Okay. Yeah, then. No. I gotta be places. I gotta do things. I want to get better, man. I don't want to teach. Fuck you. I don't want to do that. Can't be a teacher right now. Don't want to. The only reason why I'm here right now is because I'm trying to avoid. Let's not avoid, and let's go here. Because this shall be better. Let's see. Ah, man. Horrible, man. Golly. Ah, yeah. Yep, yeah. That's on there. Am I missing? No, I'm not missing anything. No, I've got everything. Ah, gosh darn it. What the? Well, it's not gonna do. Hmm. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, that's bad. Dang, what the? Ah, yeah, no, okay. Alright, so what was he doing? Gosh darn it. A little bit to the left and a little bit to the right from that position. You know, I could have just won that had I just not decided to use the bow. Could have made that jump had I actually jumped slightly. Hey, why not take this one at least, you know? It's free. It's good. And it was the wrong thing anyway. Sorry, I wasn't waiting on that. I'm just looking at something. Getting distracted. I don't think that did anything. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll help you and then I'm gonna kill you. Because we are allied. Alright, now yeah. Right. Where did that land? did I drop my sword? Oh, what did I just do? Okay. Aim down to the right, I guess. Probably. No wizards. Man, it never works, man. Please, please. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to do this, though. I mean, I would do this too, but I mean, you don't have to do it, though. You know, that's the difference between you and I. You don't have to be me. You know, you just don't have to. Why is that? Okay. Do I have a pickaxe? Ah, what? I'm an idiot. But I'm also smart. And I'm stuck and drowned. Please commit to the bit, man. Sure. Also, I still had arrows, didn't I? Oh. Sometimes you can live in the moment way too much, you know? guess jump reset is what I was missing in that moment. Oh, I should have told that guy to also jump reset. That would have been good. A very specific thing to do. Interesting. I think one scenario I'm missing is, let's see here. Well, let's first grab a target. Here we are, and let's grab nothing else. I'll figure it out. Let me just use this. Let's bring on the wood. Nah. Yeah. Alright. Cool. What else? Where to build this? Probably here. A random hole that's here. No, definitely not the same. I don't think. No, definitely not. And let's bring in a slab. Why not? Why not? Sure. Cool. So, and no, seriously, what is up with this weird staggering thing that's going on? I don't know if it's because of the mouse. Anyway, let's see here. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Cool. Alright, get this right. Let's pass it this way. Alright, shooting range, Mark II. Not Mark II, because this doesn't replace it. It's not an improvement, it just simply is. Alright, so theoretically, let's go up here, go up here. Let's say this is probably the initial area, so then you would have been over here. And there was, what else? Let's just finish this up. Cool. And no, it was that length, okay. Okay, and what? Did you have slabs? I don't remember. How was it? You maybe had slabs, I'm not too sure. Something like this, right? On up. Something over here. Just climbed up. Oh, that doesn't seem right though. Especially whenever they had a pretty good angle. Because from where they were shooting upwards, like around here, but then they missed, or they hit me, I don't remember anymore. It seemed like they were a good shot though. So, I was here, and there. They had a clear shot on me, and I could visibly see them, so what's up with that? Nah, that doesn't seem right. I don't know. Had a clear shot, but I don't like this, right? By the way, an explanation about the weird head bobbing movement for the bow. I mainly do it. How do I do it? I mean, I think it's mainly because I'm just trying to reset my head position each time. But I'm raising my head because, you know, you want to have a straight arrow or like something that goes ahead. If you're shooting like low speed, it doesn't go that far. But if you're wanting to hit something farther, just raise your head up. So that's the gist of that. If that ever gives an explanation. But yeah, it's kind of like resetting position. Overshooting. Mod I want to make is some sort of archery goggles where basically you put on the goggles and it immediately starts this little game mode in which it'll highlight a block and maybe even a certain corner of that block, and you're supposed to actually shoot it, and then it's gonna go to another area and it's gonna just keep going. And these goggles also will put on some holographic blocks. So blocks that aren't real, but they are very much physical, such as, for example, let's say, for example, it tells you to shoot this right here, but you're not supposed to get any closer, so it's going to put a holographic barrier, so then you can't actually get anywhere closer, so you actually have to shoot from any of these areas. But I was also thinking to an archery mod that it would even maybe... Well, I don't know how I would describe it. But you know, how much you pull back the bow before shooting, you know, it's, what's it called? It's the amount of power you put into the bow. But I was thinking about maybe having a mod that actually restricts how far you can pull the bow back. Because, you know, the more you power you put into the bow, obviously the more accurate it gets, you know? Well, to a degree in a concept. Because, you know, shoots straighter. Meanwhile, this one, you know, shoots straight down. But, let's see. 1, 2, 3. So, I don't know. I'm not counting it. But, what's it called? Well, I'm not saying I wasn't counting there. I'm not counting the animations. It's not worth it. But, the idea is maybe, I don't know if it would inherently be bad though, because you're not doing it yourself, but it'd be good to actually practice aiming and making far distance shots with only a few, what's it called? Yeah, only a full like few power into the bow. Because if someone's up close to you, you don't exactly have the full time to pull the bow all the way back. 1, 2. Okay, so 1 Mississippi. Yeah, hold on. Let me try 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Okay, cool. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Yeah, so it's basically 2 seconds. You know, give or take a little bit less, a little bit forward, 2 seconds. And if someone's right in front of you and they're coming towards you, you ain't got that much time to defend yourself. But you can, in that moment, in a very desperate moment, you can bow spam. But you got to be accurate with it because, you know, otherwise it's just gonna, oh, whoop-de-doo. They're right there. You're right here, or you're shooting right here instead. So this is what happens whenever you're shooting just straight. But if you're aiming upwards, you know, it actually goes a little bit farther. But in general, you know, what's it called? Yeah, just pulling the bow back a little bit further and just say, I don't know, 0.1 seconds. I don't know. I don't know the gauge. But, you know, just pull it back a little bit more and you're able to actually shoot towards that distance. And then, you know, by aiming upwards, you can also allow your arrows to go a farther distance. So, now you can actually do that proper bow spam thingy-mabobber. Anyway, what the... Back into the game. Sorry, it's just I don't think my aiming was good in that moment. Actually, I don't think my aim in general is good. Let me practice the other one. I don't know why you're using the rod so much though. Okay, I'm forgetting to W tap. That's one thing. Oh, sorry. Okay, I also need to remember to jump reset. Give me a second, I need to... What's going on? That's not important. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Cool. Cool. Right, I need to jump reset. Always hard to remember things in the moment. That's how it be. Wait. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nice now. Oh, I'm aiming too far as well. That's my big issue. Not like they're going to be making big side jumps, so it's always good to just aim in the area. Let me practice aiming in the area. They look familiar. have done a lot more strafing there. I stayed put too much. Maybe I should have gone right or left. Yeah, I don't know. Also, I'd like to actually change the kit, but, you know, since all of my perks are geared towards, what's it called? You know, just for an experimentation kind of dealio, you know, it would be nice to occasionally change the kits, but all of my perks are geared towards the bow, basically, so I would actually have to change them, which isn't too much of a trouble, but actually resetting them back, because I'm still going to use the bow, and you know, that's my big old focus, you know, big old trouble that I'm gonna have to actually, what's it called? Either remember or just kind of copy and paste in some sort of photo. Kind of just look at it and then look back and like, all right, look back again until, you know, eventually you get all the stuff back. Big old whopping pain. And the big emphasis, though, is the fact that, you know, the bow, as I've said before, is a whole load of trash as a kit, currently. Especially with the nerf, because you don't start with any armor, you don't start with any weapon besides the bow, and you only have 8 arrows, and what else? You don't have any other stuff besides the bow and arrows. That's literally it. And thus, you know, the biggest boost you can give yourself is gearing everything towards the, what's it called? The bow, you know? So, if I want to try the other kits, I gotta change everything. And back to what I was saying, which is, the bow already sucks, and then they decided to nerf it, so then it could suck more. Legend. What happened? I'm so sorry to hear that. I did horribly there. I am gonna chop. Curious about what that is. I'm gonna start practicing something that doesn't exactly help me, which is using my key to actually just right away get to. Oh, that's good. Now you got me with what I typically do. Hey, you know what? I respect that. The keyboard looks like it's not keyboard, the mouse. The sound is really concerning to me. curious too, because I feel like I would use the left click more, but the left click sounds a lot healthier. It's very strange. Really now. Way down, little to the right. Right. Have it. Let me try that again. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. He's chill. He's chill. And there. Gotta stop using the mouse wheel. But I'm too addicted to using the mouse wheel. Am I bleeding? Huh? Huh? Where was I bleeding from? I don't think I have a nosebleed. I didn't slam my hand or anything, so it's awful confusing. Yeah, that's confusing. That's really confusing. I don't know a moment where I was bleeding, but apparently I bled at some point in time. Not the most reliable narrator, apparently. Okay. Cool, I guess. Good on you, man. Who sent me a friend request? I don't trust you. Who the fuck are you? Hold on, give me a second. Okay, now I figured it out now. You see, there's this thingamabob. Yeah. Probably do something. Figure out that stuff later. I should wash. That's a Hina Helena. The only flippin' other Hina that I recognize is the one that has Aoi in the name. Call back. Okay, maybe I should not get so close. I don't understand why they're so desperate to not lose. This stuff's so cowardly and annoying. The most obnoxious thing imaginable. What is going on? Yeah, I never understand why people are so desperate to lose, or not lose, sorry. That would also suck. I don't want people to desperately try to lose, because that's not good either. reminds me of a moment back in high school where the Chinese. I've never seen kanji like that before. I wonder what it means. Golly. Oh, man. Sounds like a game. Sounds like it'd be a game title. Okay. Not too bad. Gosh darn it. Keep doing the thing. Ow. Interesting. Crap, I still keep doing the thing. I'm so conditioned, similar to me saying GG, because I'm just that sportsman. Am I lagging? I think I'm lagging. Not for the reason why I lost, of course. That's a different thing. I want to check real quick though. If I'm losing, it's just me. Either way, but. Alright, my strafing was better. Did the thing again. need some new individuals to fight against. Such as, I need rematches with those cowards that keep using the bow whenever they're about to die. You know, those people who absolutely would die, but then they choose not to because they decide to be cheap about it. Flippin' cheapskates. Reminds me back in high school, I was in chess club. Didn't really attend too much, unfortunately. But something to say about it, though, is that I was about to win my first match ever in life, I think. But then the flippin' advisor just came along and be like, yeah, just you should move it here because this guy is gonna. And I'm like, come on, man. You ruined my trap. I had a whole plan going on, and this guy screwed it up. My one and only moment where I could have won. But, yeah, it's similar to that. I definitely have won a few chess matches in later times afterwards, but point in case, I was gonna win, and then, you know, decides to do some cheap stuff. Like, what the crap, man? Don't be a dweeb about it, dude. Don't be the same type of dweeb that would then proceed to say, why are you bow spamming? It's like, nah, man. More so asking the question, why are you being stupid? forgetting to strafe. Yeah, when it comes down to this thing, I mean it helps. It helps Megaton to practice here, but it also feels like often, application is always a different process, in the practical situations. But I don't know, it sort of reminds me of the Morgan Freeman sphere in Portal 2. How the moment he steps out of that room that he knew so much about, he completely shatters apart. Oh, wait. Oops. Cool effects. Sorry, I was listening to a song for a quick second. I really think my mouse is actually starting to break. Not because I lost, I'm just saying, like, in general. This little right click is sounding abysmal. I'm listening to the left click. Still sounds like a left click. Right click? Sounds so dull, man. Come on. And back. Alright, and let me play bow duels, see if anyone's even there. Whoo, wata! Cool. Whammer shot. Look at that. I'm reconditioning myself. Finally, I can actually press the key to go to the middle. Am I getting close? Okay, no, I'm severely missing. Bummer. Cool. Now back to Skywars. I think I've learned a good amount of things from this one. I think I learned something pretty cool. I think I learned a good thing from it. I'm now ready to get back into the action. Tranquilizer. Instead of tranquilizer, it's tranquilizer. I'm just getting used to the rhythm of that. I want to learn how to also do a bit of that that is a good name. That is a good name. Oh. Oh. Okay. For as long as you have the silverfish. I'm good to go. Yup. Okay, what else do I have on this side of the coin? Lava. Better boots. I'm fond of it. Like it. Oh, that's guy of sketch. No, they're just that good. My bad. Okay. I'm getting rather exhausted. That's all. Oh, okay. Rude much. A little bit to the right. Yeah, that's fair. No, I wouldn't. A little bit downwards. Oh, well, apparently it actually would have made it. Well, no, it wouldn't be enough in time. Okay. I didn't have to retreat that badly. I mean, I guess. I have no idea why people don't grab these things. Maybe there was a spare. Maybe that's just why. Gosh darn it, you didn't even give me a chance to actually fight you properly. Ah, what the? Arg, what'd be up with that? Thought the air would actually go a little upwards more. Apparently, no. Oh, water. Oh, he's right behind me. No, well, he was. This guy's really dead set on me. Oh, right, forgot. you don't combine. It's wood. Should have strafed more and also got reset. I would have died very quickly in that fight. Don't worry. Do my revenge. Resource update failed. Please try again. So I'm trying to download a game and it's taking eons because mobile games take eons to download. No, just in general. Games. They take a second. I would have completely screwed myself over if I actually got that. Wait, arrows. Wait, lava. Wait, bats. Okay, now we fight. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Oh, and it's updating resources now. That's great. I like that. Gulp. Sorry, the gulp was completely unrelated to whatever's in chat. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll have to, Look at that. That was pretty cool, right? I lasted for like a second longer. I think that's important. Yup. That's pretty cool, right? I think so. Yes, indeed. No. really strange that there, in fact, are 3 on this. This doesn't ever feel like there are. Maybe because you'd expect that there'd be something. But there's like nothing. In the bottom area of that train thingy. Ooh. That's fun. Yeah, let's go for the middle. Nope, nothing here. You know, I'm looking for all these people and I can't exactly find them for some reason. I don't know what's up with them. Are you kidding me? I did a pretty cool jump, but that's not the thing I wanted to do. Not yet, at least. What a bummer. Alright, this is my book that I have. Okay. I don't know, that guy really thought he was all that. Little did he know. He's okay. But not good enough. Oh. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, it's Infinite Soup. I remember that name from somewhere. I think. No, maybe I don't. Thinking about some other dude with soup in his name. Totally unrelated. Right, yeah, the guy is 4-noodle soup. Yeah. Classic guy. Classic. Classic guy. Yeah. Classic individual. Music disc. But where is the music? I know I'm asking some heavy questions right now, but I think they're worth asking, you know? I think these questions, you know, I think they're important. No, it was just an Ender Pro. Okay. Ooh. Unfortunate. Still need to get better. Plenty to improve on. Could have done better at the jump resetting. Should have also done better timing with throwing stuff at the guy. Should have moved anywhere. Such as to the right. Preferably in that moment. Yeah, that would have been good, wouldn't it? Wow. Okay. Alright, time to practice. Check it, yo. Open the thing. I can't tell what's happening. It's too dark. Way too dark. And way too dark, I'd say. But I have improved, can't you see? I'm actually doing pretty okay. I'm holding some weight, making people run for a little bit. And already that's a good sign. Okay. Okay. You see, they probably didn't know how to courtesy system. And, you know, I stopped because I was thinking, maybe it'd be best if I do that. You know, stop. For courtesy, you know? Easy win, though. But Yeah. I like that shot though. Yeah, that's fair. Let's see what's up with that, you know? These people making pleas and all that. This is the reward of my aim and accuracy. It's a bunch of people complaining. I don't know if they were complaining or just pleading. Could be both. But let's not think about it so, such a manner. Whoops. Oh, that is quite the unfortunate thing. Oh, that's such a blood lad. So sparring. Ensure that people aren't rained upon by arrows and constant beratement. Arrows. Isn't that so nice? I thought as much, but apparently they didn't think otherwise. That's not my thing to think about. You're making some odd choices right now. Yeah, you're making some weird choices. Now I gotta deal with the guy because you brought him here. Almost got him though. You see that? That was pretty cool, ain't it? Could have done better though, but I was doing pretty alright though. I actually used more jump resetting, I think. Did pretty alright with the W tapping. But whatchamacall. This guy hates luck. I personally don't believe in luck, but you know. Hate it though. I don't know. Crap, I should have. I don't. Trying to think about how I could have strafed that one. guy's got a full health. Ooh, that was close. That was really cool. And I lost an arrow, but that's fine. Happens. Things happen, you know? Things... Wait! Ah, crap. Sorry, I didn't have the... I saw the lava and then I tried going to it, but I didn't realize that the lava was actually in the slot right next to it. Do we see... No. That Calm Ranger right over there? Is that Calm Ranger? If that is, I'm targeting you. For what reason? Nah, never mind. All he did was a skillful throw. A baseball player he is. It's definitely. No, wait, no! Okay, I think I was jumping too much. Because I don't think I was doing the right timings to make sure I wasn't being thrown into the abyss. Then I was thrown into the abyss. What a bummer. Stuff. Things. I think I'm combining like 3 different songs, if I'm not mistaken. One of them is definitely, I just now realized one of them probably, something lullaby. Hold on, give me a second. Let me find the title, give me a second. Almost there, hold on. Gulp. Stranded Lullaby, there we are. From Hawaii Part 2, there is no Part 1. I theorize that Hawaii Part 1 has to do with, whatchamacall. Are you towering up? Not even low in health. I'm gonna beat up this one guy. I'm gonna beat him up. I'm gonna beat him up. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna beat him up. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Wow. Why did I get halted? Brandon Lullaby is a really good song. I like it a lot. Yeah. I think you had enough time, to be honest, so... I don't know. At that point, you should have... I don't know, let this be a lesson of... I'll check on it. Give me a second. Dude, are you joking me? You definitely have time. You even try to fix it. Come on, you're already there. You might as well just have walked forward a bit. Fine. What a twist. Dang. Man, it said lift off for a second. Oh, man. It's a bit much, but you know, whatever. Oh, you know, it would actually make a bunch of money. It wouldn't actually make a lot of money, but you know, it would actually give a lot of people retained their attention to the server. I'm thinking what would help a lot is a bridge practice thingy. I mean, heck, you can disguise it as just a dual thing. I'm out of arrows, that's unfortunate. Try me. Try me. Whoops, messed up. What? Bullcrap! That last one sucked, or well, the second to last one sucked. That was some lame crap right there. Second, I'm checking up something. I'm checking something. I'm checking something. I'm checking on something. Hey. So hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. Found it. Okay. No, it's not at all related. Yeah, you're doing a bit too much, man. Yeah, that's just me. Once again, you're doing way too much with the speed bridging, man. Or are you hacking? I can't tell. I don't know. People are really good these days. What are you saying that's for? Like a slur or something? You a COD player? No, they do be using it like a slur. My goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Where are you, though? Crimson, where the fuck are you? You're not the same guy. Go away. Ah, man. That's so unfortunate. I gotta prove myself. You know? Well, I don't, actually. I really don't. I just feel like it. But I absolutely should. God, you hold on. You're still on my island. Hey, man, go away. Alright. I'm climbing. Why I oughta. Or was a knockback? Oh, this guy was more like a devious ghost. Or a spirit. Completely failed that. Clockwise. Okay. Oh my goodness, I was overreacting. I also completely neglected everything. Oh my goodness. Say, alright, let's let this be the final 10 rounds, I suppose. Wait, you're about to die. I should use this opportunity. I shouldn't. I gotta keep my feet planted. That's first game. Second game. Hold on. Where are you? Oh. Are you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Okay. 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 No. No. Didn't happen. Don't worry about it. So, hold on. I'll take it. Ah. Okay, well, that was, okay, I know there's a lot of problems that I did there. See, that's my problem, is every single time I'm in Skywars, I keep forgetting whatever principles I'm supposed to be working with, you know what I mean? I had a concept in my mind, but then it dissipated immediately upon, you know, entering a game. It's like if a scientist made a breakthrough and then enters a lab and be like, ah, crap, forgot to note it down, and I forgot it, my bad, I'm sorry, man. Could have gone like a little left. No, right. Tool 4. Let's shorten this down. This is the fourth one out of 5. big mistake. If I make my shots. Should have kept using the bow. I did land the first shot though. I did land a hit with the sword. Issue? I don't know. Okay, we gotta start being more courteous. People don't like bow spamming. Or at least being shot off using the bow and all that. Nice, okay. And I didn't spam the bow. Or the fuck that, man. You know, I like how my Japanese professor says, you know, it's not a, what's it called? It's not a hearing problem, it's a speaking problem. To that iota question, well, both people in the class who have an accent, because they both come from the bigger city, and while the other person comes from this other city, but you can understand them just fine, makes me question, what's it called? Alright, that's that. Yeah. I can understand the one person who's not from the city that the two other people are from. The odd question is it an accent thing instead? Also, foe. Pho. No, it's not PHO. Foe. Looks familiar. I think Megami X. And Vladimir. Well, I know Boston Slime. I recognize it, definitely. So many recognizable names. Crazy Blue Guitar. I don't know them. I just wanted to say their name. Cool name. I like their name. So many people with fun names. Okay. Hey boy, that was a long stream, and if anyone's watching, thank you. If anyone's watching via VOD, thank you as well. Alright, bye. Whoops. Wait.